Happy New Year, and welcome once again to the weekly update with Kyle Johansson and the mayor. Off to the weather.
So today we got generally cloudy skies, high of 49, winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy this evening, the fog developing overnight, low 31. Tomorrow morning, fog followed by afternoon clouds, high of 58, low of 52. Friday, showers, high of 62, low of 47. Saturday, raining cats and dogs, high of 56, low of 30. Sunday, mostly cloudy skies, high of 33, low of 23. First day of the spring semester of 2026. Mostly sunny skies, high of 39, low of 29. And next Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, high 51, low 37. So we got Wilmington's is home tonight at 7. They won against UMass, 87 to 83 last night, and Madison's home again on Saturday at 2 p.m. against University of Buffalo Bulls at 2 p.m. And of course, swimming and diving is home next Friday at 5 p.m. for their senior day. And of course, wrestling is home again next Friday at 7 p.m. for their Coach Harry Huska recognition night, the former wrestling coach, at 7 p.m. And Wilmington's home again as well next weekend as on the 17th at 1 p.m. And of course, Madison's home again after the Saturday, home again on the 20th. And of course, on the 23rd, that televised game starts at 8 p.m. Friday the 23rd on ESPNU. And Wilmington's home again on the 24th as well. So there's like a lot of home games right when students come back and classes start.
So, fact or fiction? OU was the only Ohio university to win a bowl game.
True.
And Ohio University is now the second most consecutive bowl game wins
in the country.
Good old Bobcats. All right. Not a whole lot to talk about today, although, again, Happy New Year to everybody. Council started in on Monday evening with their first council meeting of the year, which was wonderful. We had a swearing in of 3 new council members, and we also had a re-swearing in of the treasurer, Josh Thomas. And so that was enjoyable. And also the swearing in of our new council president, Micah McCary. Also wonderful. It was a short meeting, which was kind of anticipated. And again, a great kickoff to the year. It's going to be an interesting year in 2026, where we continue to make improvements around the city of Athens. One thing I want to start with, just to kind of put a marker out there for the completion of the Stimson Avenue Bridge. Again, it will be completed sometime late spring of this year. And in my conversation with the service safety director about the 56-682 roundabout, that it is hopefully going to be completed by early November of this year. So understandably that there's a lot of waiting at the intersection of 682 and 56 with the traffic flow through there because of the phases. There will be 9 different phases of the project because of the complexity of the project, but I get it. I understand the fact that it's kind of a pain to have to sit through several traffic light signal changes at that intersection, but just know this, that once it is completed at the latter part of this year, that traffic flow will flow smoothly and little traffic queuing or backing up along that corridor because the signalization will no longer exist. And many, many other projects. Another project that we're excited about is the Welcome Home Ohio grant that we received to build 8 new homes. We're going to be utilizing city property at the end of Hudson Street, 93 Hudson to be exact, and the acquisition of a parcel that currently belongs to the American Red Cross to augment the project and to put in the 8 houses along there. This will be great because these will be homes that are affordable. In my conversation with the developer and the company that is going to be making these homes, these will be modular homes, where we visited the factory in which these houses are built, where they build them one wall at a time. It was quite impressive to see the work that goes into these, the thoughtfulness of stout construction of these homes and the way in which they transport them and put them in place once the concrete slabs are poured in place. It'll be wonderful to see that level of inclusion in the city to where, again, these will be homes priced at about $180,000 for a brand-new house. The other thing that you will see with these homes is they will also have solar on the rooftops of these homes, which will not be an additional cost passed through to the qualifying home purchasers. This will be included within the price that I had indicated, which is going to be amazing when you stop and think about it, because it's going to further make these homes houses that are affordable because of the offset of their electricity using the solar on either the rooftop or ground mount. But at this point in time, the plan is to have the homes have rooftop solar on them. So another project that we will likely see happening in the February, March, maybe as late as early April timeframe. But once these get going, since these are homes that'll be basically built out and brought in and lifted via crane and put into place, once this gets going, these homes are going to go up rather quickly, and hopefully we will already have purchasers lined up. When I say we, I'm talking about working with a firm that is going to take a lot of this work on, as opposed to the city trying to manage and find qualifying home buyers this year. So a lot going on in that world, which is really quite wonderful. And the other thing I want to share is, I mentioned this at City Council, and that is that we looked back over the course of my mayorship, going back to 2016, and I'd have identified us being able to, the city being able to acquire via grants, federal and state funding to the tune of $119 million for infrastructure projects, and elsewise in the city of Athens, a number of them being bridge projects, the wastewater treatment plant project, the water treatment plant project, and ongoing projects in the city of Athens, which would also include the lift station, which I should mention to everybody, that is being built, having a lot of questions coming from the public about what is the construction going on the south side of the Richland Avenue Bridge over the Hocking River.
The sewer pipe.
That is the sewer lift station that is going in, building a new lift station that will push sewage from the Richland Avenue, Dairy Lane corridor off to the wastewater treatment plant. That is included in the funding that we have received, as well as the 682-56 roundabout and the Stimson Avenue Bridge project. So a lot going on in the city of Athens, as there typically is, which is just making our infrastructure renewed, better, as well as making just the overall environment of our community better than it has been in a while. Couple items. Free Christmas tree pickup. It is that season. I know that we already took our Christmas tree down and have had it disposed of, but wanting to get this word out that through the month of January until the very end, you can call Engineering and Public Works at 592-3343 and schedule a time in which to have your Christmas tree picked up at no charge. Our crews will come and grab it from the curb. It does need to have all the ornaments removed, no Christmas tree lights on it. Make sure don't leave the Christmas tree stand on it. Make sure you remove everything, take it out there. Make sure you call and schedule an appointment to have it picked up, and they will take care of that for you and run it through our mulching machine and grind it up and use it for the community gardens or whatever. New Year, New You membership. This is at the Athens Community Center. This is going to run through the end of January. It started on the 1st of December. So make sure if you're interested in keeping your New Year's resolution, if you have one, about becoming more fit or shedding a pound or two or whatever, run down to the community center or go to the city's website and see what you can do to get a membership at the community center. We had some concerned individuals, and rightfully so, come to council on Monday night and were asking, among other things, about receiving notifications on boil orders in the city of Athens. It's always worth reminding people, number one, to on occasion look at the city's website to see if there's alerts that come out on the city's website, but also you can use Nixle to get information about happenings around Athens. Easy to do. All you have to do is text 45701, that may look familiar to a lot of you, to 888777. Again, text the zip code for the city to 888777. Download the Nixle app. It is free, and you can customize it to information that you do want to receive versus maybe information that you don't necessarily wish to receive, or you can receive it all. That's up to you. You can completely control what you're receiving versus things you may not want to receive. On the same token, another app that is free and always worth reminding people of is the Athens, Ohio City Source app. Again, totally free. Google Play or the Apple App Store. Go there. You can, just type in Athens, Ohio City Source app. You can download it. And this is a great way in which you help the city by being a force multiplier in identifying problems in the city of Athens. This could be anything from potholes to water that shouldn't be perking up out of the ground to strange, unpleasurable smells that you smell in your neighborhood or near your house, which could lead to identification of a sewer line break or something along those lines, or gas. Use this. It's important to use. You can also use this to report, maybe one of our furry four-legged friends, large ones with antlers, that has unfortunately succumbed to either a vehicle or the crazy disease that was going on rampantly in the fall, to report, a dead carcass in your yard or near your yard. The one thing with that is if you have in your backyard identified an animal that is deceased, it does need to be brought out to the front near the curb. Don't put it in the street, put it out near the front. And again, you can use the Athens, Ohio City Source app to report that, or trash that you see, or whatever, really anything you see that strange activities going on in your neighborhood. But again, if there's strange activities, I would also encourage you to reach out to the police department about things that concern you with activities. Probably worth mentioning as well that council adopted an ordinance to implement a no-knock program. If you don't want people coming up to your front porch soliciting things, part of our process now in the city is having a registration that people can request to have, please don't have solicitors come to my front door. And the city will put that into a list that gets handed to peddlers or solicitors who do come to the city and ask for the permit, and I sign off on those to sell things in the neighborhood or whatever. This will allow you the opportunity to sit there and be part of the registry and say, I don't want people knocking on my door, selling me stuff or trying to sell me stuff or peddle or whatever. It's always a good policy to have in place. So if you go to the city's website, if it's not there right now, hopefully it will be on there in the not too distant future to allow you to be part of the city's no-knock program. Again, council voted to approve having such a program here in the city of Athens. Let's see, upcoming meetings in the city of Athens today. January 7th at 6 p.m. is going to be the Environment and Sustainability Commission meeting. That will take place here in the Berry Conference Room on the first floor, like I said, at 6 p.m. Monday at 5:30 p.m. in the Berry Conference Room will be the Historic Preservation Commission. Athens City Council will have their first committee meeting of the year, with, I'm sure, some items on there that will be on Monday, January 12th at 7 p.m. here in council chambers. And then on Tuesday, January 13th at 7 p.m. here in council chambers will be the Board of Zoning Appeals. And I've got Scott Thompson from the government channel sitting in the back of the room. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we do have a holiday coming up in a couple weeks anyway, which is Martin Luther King Day.
Trash delay.
Well, there's trash delay, but I think equally important, that's on a Monday, so therefore we will be having council meeting on the 20th, not the 19th of January. Yay, okay. And with that, there is always the MLK Silent March at Gilbreth Chapel to Baker Center, as well as the MLK Brunch, at which I often, as I was this year, invited to come and make some remarks about some of the things that are going on in the city when it comes to our equity work in support of all of our citizens and Ohio University students, student body, faculty, staff here in the amazing, great city of Athens, Ohio. Kyle, I'm assuming you had a great holiday season.
I did.
Good Christmas?
Yep.
Go anywhere special?
Stayed in Athens.
Stayed in Athens.
Went to see a movie uptown.
Very good. What movie did you see?
SpongeBob.
Oh, SpongeBob. Was it worth it?
Yes.
Okay. And New Year's, did you do anything special?
Just stayed up till midnight, watched the ball drop
Yeah, we did too.
on New Year's
we-
Eve on CNN with Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen.
And how was that?
I like those guys.
All right. Well, thanks, Kyle, as usual, for joining me, and thanks for those of you tuning in. And please join us next Wednesday for the next installment of the Weekly Update with Kyle Johansson and the Mayor. Take care.